Hello, today is Sunday, August 6th, 2023. I'm back for another reading. I'm going to do today a Celtic Cross. It's been quite a while since I've done one, so I'm going to do one today. I will say that whenever you see this video, whenever you come across it, that's when it's meant to be for you. So, while I would say it's like present in the present time, I'm going to leave it open-ended and say that if you see it today, it means it's meant for you to see today, and it's kind of coming. If you see it next week, next month, that's when you were meant to see it. So we'll kind of keep it open-ended there. Sorry, so let's jump right into it. Your current energy is the Seven of Pentacles. What's crossing you is the Six of Pentacles. Okay, 6 and 7, I like that. In the area of the recent past, we have the Four of Wands. In the conscious mind, we have the Five of Pentacles. In the subconscious mind, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. In the immediate future, we have the Devil. Like that. Look at that. The card representing you is the Empress. That's great. I love to see that. The person or situation that you're attracting is represented by the Magician. Perfect. In the area of your hopes and fears, we have the King of Swords. And then in the outcome, we have the Nine of Pentacles. Awesome cards here. Okay, I love to see these ones here on the left. On the right. Let me just back the camera up a little bit here so you can kind of see them all. Okay, so in your current energy, you have the Six of Pentacles. I should say the Seven of Pentacles crossed by the Six of Pentacles. So the 6 and the 7, these are I like these paired together. The Seven of Pentacles is kind of like taking stock. It's pausing. It's kind of looking around. So, maybe this is a time where, you're expressing gratitude. You're looking around thinking, hey, things are pretty good for me right now. And that's a great mindset to have. That is a key law of attraction mindset is, appreciating what you have and taking stock of all of that and pausing to look around once in a while and kind of be in the moment. It's kind of what I'm getting there too. Being in the moment. But the Six of Pentacles too is some sort of like it's also the Six of Pentacles to me kind of represents generosity, right, and providing help and support. So you're in a very good, strong place where you feel great. You feel grateful for what you have, and maybe somebody has kind of helped you, or maybe you're helping somebody. And maybe that's making you feel really grateful. So there's something that's being given to you, or you're giving, that's making you feel really good right now. And you're kind of, and maybe it's like they're really that helped you kind of get to where you are, and you're taking a moment to appreciate that, and or you're in the position where you can now reciprocate this. So maybe you're the one that's providing the support, whether it be financial support, whether it be emotional, and just broad, support of somebody who's encountering something or traversing something that might be a little bit challenging, right? That's kind of what I'm getting here too. So this is a great energy to have, and certainly aligns with what we would want to talk about or think about when we think about the law of attraction. Now, in the area of your recent past, we have the Four of Wands. Four of Wands clearly represented here in this deck that I'm using, by the way, is you've seen this before, this is the Pride Tarot, the collective deck. So this is more explicit than the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot deck, in the sense that this card is very specifically focused on a wedding. And I do like this. And you've got the grapes hanging up from up above. Grapes, representing, hanging down, represent like abundance and fertility and fruitfulness and all these wonderful things. A lot of purples through this card too as well. And I associate purple with kind of like royalty. So this is kind of like very highfalutin. This is also very luxurious. This is true love. These are the four. You see the Four Wands, so that does represent the 1111. So if you're spiritual, if you think about law of attraction, whatever, law of 1111, whether it be on a clock, whether it be on a license plate, whether it be on a price tag or a sales receipt, those numbers are very synchronous and represent, kind of like you're on the right path. Continue moving forward. Thoughts become things. Make a wish. A lot of people say that. Have you ever heard 1111, make a wish and send it up to heaven? That's where that comes from. So, whether you've gotten married, whether you've connected with somebody, whether you've had some wonderful experience to celebrate, you're coming out of a really good spot. So, I do feel that that's very, strongly there. Now, in the area of your conscious mind, what's interesting is this whole Five of Pentacles doesn't really fit here, right? Because the Five of Pentacles tends to be representing change. And I suppose, like, when I look at it like this, you could find yourself on the precipice of change, in the sense that maybe something comes in, is could be coming in, that kind of makes you, could rattle you and throw you off of this high vibe course that you're on. So you just need to be mindful of that, I think. Because the five of Pentacles, as you can kind of see here, this is kind of like being left out in the cold. This is kind of like walking away from something. But maybe that's what you're doing more of too. Maybe you're focusing more on yourself, and you're seeing like how it's been fruitful, and then you're kind of moving away from things that no longer serve you, and you're conscious of that. Like, what do I need to leave behind? Could be where you're going too, right? Because you might start to see, like, hey, your subconscious mind is showing that, the Wheel of Fortune, things are turning in your favor. Things are going in your favor. So I would say that, like, if you have been working on your law of attraction and mindset and everything, I feel like this is saying to me, it's working. It's working for you. You keep doing what you're doing. Is kind of what I'm getting, because the Four of Wands, just the places where you are today with the Seven of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles, this being in your subconscious mind. So what my suggestion to you is that be careful of what you observe at your 3D, because you might be observing something that might not be the most pleasant thing, but your subconscious mind is like in this high vibe, manifestation kind of mindset. You just need to be very careful of that, because I get somebody here who's, you could get thrown off course, but if you're aware of that and you continue to come back and focus on the imagination, the desired state, having the wish fulfilled, right, as Neville Goddard says, you can kind of maintain that mindset, and don't let something in your 3D or something that's going on around you or in the world kind of throw your thoughts and beliefs off guard, right? Sometimes we might have different thoughts and we kind of get into a different vibe, and that's how it all starts. So be very, very conscious of that, right? Because I think it could be coming soon, right? Now, the Devil card is an interesting one in the future state. I think that this is basically just to say you could be tempted with something. You might be tempted with something, and it might be something that, it seems kind of taboo to you, perhaps. That's just what just came to me. I get somebody who is feeling something like this might be a taboo situation or thing, or situation, person, endeavor, or whatever it is. But again, I think, and maybe this comes back to the conscious mind too, is in the future, don't let that, I don't know. I think everybody has their own free will. Everybody can make a decision. Everybody can kind of reevaluate, like, what is appropriate for him or her. But you might be tempted by something in the future. So I guess I would just say, hey, listen, I don't see any other bad cards here, to be very honest with you. So I think that if you are being tempted in the future by something, just be consciously aware of, like, does this align with your desires? Does this align with everything that you're, like, looking to move and manifest and create in your life? And how does this align? And if it doesn't align, then maybe you kind of need to steer clear of that. But there could be something too, I'm kind of getting, that appears really pretty on the outside, but there's something kind of lying beneath it that's like a little bit of a catch. And these people are blindfolded here, so this is kind of like, I don't know, in a lot of ways this is kind of like a bondage situation, and like it is kind of funny. There's a lot going on here, okay? So I think you should just be kind of consciously aware of, like, what something coming towards you could tempt you. It might not be as pretty as it appears, right? So you might need to delve a little bit deeper into, like, well, what is this? What is this? And let's see if we can get some more information on that. In the card representing you, though, I mean, look, the Empress. Empress is all about manifestation. This has been coming up a lot lately, I think, just in general. I've seen it in other readings. I've seen it in other things going on lately. So I feel like this is a great opportunity to kind of evaluate that, like, you are the manifesting. You are powerful in creating your reality, and you have everything you need here, right? This Empress, I particularly love this one because on this cloak that she's kind of wearing, or this, whatever we call this, tunic, I don't know what it is, it's got like all the animals of the forest on here. So this is all about, like, attraction and appeal, and really just being, like, overly abundant too, right? And I just feel like this thing over her head is almost like sending out, like, radio waves. I almost view it as almost like it reminds me of, like, the internet, like when it's trying to connect and you see the bars going out or whatever, trying to pick up the signal. That's kind of what that means. I feel like that's just, like, radiating with the universe. So this is you. You're in a great spot. You have the power to manifest. You are attractive at this point, and you are attracting what you want to you. And now the person or situation that you're attracting, now this could be more of a situation or something. The Magician is like the key. This is the key manifestation law of attraction card, right? It's all beginning in the, it's from the beginning. So we have, this is the first card in the tarot, right after 0, which is the Fool card. So, this is the, so above as below kind of a thing. The Magician, he has all the tools that he needs to create anything. We're kind of intrigued by like this backdrop here. We don't get much of a glimpse of it in this particular card, but the skies are bright, the mountains look pretty and attractive. There's a nice little village down here. There seems to be something, a garden or some sort of like, a tropical growing thing going on down here. There's definitely fertile land, okay? So I think that the person situation you're attracting is going to be, particularly like it's going to be like almost like a new beginning. This is going to be something that can change your life, and this is something that you're attracting. You are attracting this person or situation to you, and it's going to bring everything that you need to you. So this is a very, very fulfilling time, I think, that's coming towards you. And this is like something you've really worked. I'm getting a lot of like, you've worked hard to get here. This is where you are. And I think that this is a really good situation to be in. So very positive vibes with this one. And then as far as like the hopes or fears, I think, this is probably more of like a fear, right? But I'm sorry. I think it's more of a hope, right? Is the hope that like the King of Swords, like he is very clear-minded, he is very articulate, and he communicates very clearly and effectively, and he can be a very strong communicator and doesn't mince words, right? So that can be a very positive thing in a lot of ways. The fear could be is that like you're fearing you're going to learn something I'm just getting like, even combined with this, the Devil card, something might appear too good to be true. Okay, and so your fear is, this looks too good to be true. Okay, let's go with this, because this is all just kind of popping to me. So I'm just trying to read with my intuition here. So something might appear to be too good to be true, and you're kind of questioning, like trying to discern, like, looking for clarity and thinking about like, well, I bet there's something else here. I bet there's something I don't know. Like, what is it that I do not know? Okay. Now, when I come back to these two cards, though, these two cards say you got nothing to worry about. You're attracting, you're manifesting. You are manifesting, you're bringing everything that you possibly could need to you. And what's coming to you is going to be like a very fruitful experience, business, whatever it is, person, individual, hobby, job, whatever the case might be. So I do feel that, but I definitely get like with this card that there's a little bit of a this is too good to be true. Okay. And I don't feel that it is. I don't feel that it is too good to be true. So this could be, tied to this little bit of a fear. However, in the outcome, we have the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is, in this particular card, again, do you notice here we have grapes? So the grapes are all about, grapes are more of like a luxurious thing, I think. Like when I think of that, like you see a lot of it in some of the Greek mythology kind of things too. Grapes are more about, they grow in a vine, and I'm just even thinking about just the vine itself, kind of like it's the fruit of a vine, and the reality is like your beliefs and kind of whatever go down are the vine, and your thoughts and beliefs are the vine, and they produce this whatever, they produce the manifestations that you're looking for. So what's you're appearing in your world is a result of your thoughts and beliefs. I don't know why that's really coming to me now, but it is. Anyway, the Nine of Pentacles is typically somebody, hey, we're on our way. We're almost to the Ten of Pentacles. We've almost achieved like this amazing, like the complete desired state. Like, hey, we are in like the 10. That would be the 10. The 9, though, is still about like opulence and like comfort. And typically, I think in the Rider-Waite Tarot, this is a woman who is in a garden protected by a high, gold fence. But that is about having like all the luxury and the comfort and the security that you can possibly have. So when I look at this, again, coming back, you, the situation, and the outcome, very, very positive cards. High vibe, attractive, manifestation, creation, and then opulence, abundance, financial security, having a beautiful home, security, comfort, all those wonderful things. So I think whatever it is that might be creating, causing you to think that this is too good to be true, it's not. It's not too good to be true. Is kind of what I'm getting here. It's you've worked hard, you've created this, so you should be enjoying it quite a bit. So anyway, that's what I have for you today. Hope you enjoyed this reading. Drop any questions or comments down below. I'd love to hear the thoughts and feedback, and I'll be back again real soon.